all Hillary needs is about 300% of the vote in 5 counties in 3 swing states. 300% of the vote. And by the time the Republicans or anybody figures out, wait a minute, how can you get 3 times the number of human beings located in that county? The new Democrat Attorney General, Keith Ellison, will call everybody racist and put us on a hate speech watch list. So I say get ready for Hillary 2020. She believes she's on the right side of history. She believes she represents our values.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. This is the 4th hour. I'm Joel Gilbert, coming to you right from the left coast in Los Angeles. You know me as a frequent guest of Alex, also filmmaker of recent films In the Alex Jones Store, Trump, the Art of the Insult, There's No Place Like Utopia, and of course the classic now, Dreams for My Real Father. We will be taking calls later. It's 877-789-2539, 1-877-789-ALEX. Now, we have a lot to be thankful for. Here we are in the middle of July. 4th of July was last week. Check out this photo of me. This is here in Malibu, California, from the filming of There's No Place Like Utopia. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, God bless America. It's been a glorious 4th of July. It would not have been a happy day if Hillary were president. We would have had rule by executive order, bad economy, overtaxation, overregulation, no jobs, Obamacare, open borders, inner city crime, attacks on police, race division, corruption of the legal system. Imagine that Hillary was president and we have 2 radical leftist judges on the Supreme Court. We could have just kissed our Constitution goodbye if Hillary was president. Of course, Hillary would pursue Obama's pro-Russia policies, pro-Iran, TTP. The United States would have been finished. We almost witnessed, very close in this last election, what Ronald Reagan was talking about. Let's play that video of Ronald Reagan, very seminal moment.
They remind us that freedom is never more than 1 generation away from extinction. You and I must protect and preserve freedom here, or it will not be passed on to our children, and it will disappear everywhere in the world.
So we almost descended into permanent liberal fascism under Hillary Clinton, Chuck Schumer, Maxine Waters, Pelosi. There never would have been another free election. I want to give you my take on the Peter Strzok hearings. Some things were talked about that I think people kind of missed, very important. Let's play the first video, the Strzok bias video.
Testimony is Bob Mueller did not kick you off because of the content of your text. He kicked you off because of some appearance that he was worried about.
Sure. My testimony, what you asked and what I responded to, was that he kicked me off because of my bias. I'm stating to you it is not my understanding that he kicked me off because of any bias, that it was done based on the appearance.
Now, this was actually true. This was the one thing that Peter Strzok said where he wasn't lying, and I think everyone missed it. There are 13 Democrats on the Mueller special counsel probe, and they're all completely biased. The only problem that Mueller had with Strzok is because he was stupid enough to text his bias, and it gave the appearance of bias. It was a public display of bias. That was the only problem that Mueller had with Peter Strzok, and that is a very important distinction that I think people missed. Let's play the next video on the Tennessee congressman, very embarrassing because I'm from Tennessee, talking about Peter Strzok deserving a Purple Heart. Let's play that one. Purple Heart for Peter Strzok.
If I could give you a Purple Heart, I would. You deserve one. This has been an attack on you in a way to attack Mr. Mueller and the investigation that is to get at Russia collusion involved in our election.
So we saw about 8 years of Obama and what was really stealth radical socialism. Don't forget, Obama ran as a mainstream candidate. He said, I'm going to cut the deficit in half. Marriage is between man and a woman and God. I'll obey the Constitution. Of course, then he went and pursued a radical agenda that no one voted for and tried to kind of keep quiet about it. Now, the Democrats are back into open revolution. They tried to keep it quiet for some years, but they're just calling for the most radical policies. And so today, the Democrat Party is a radical socialist party in the open. And I believe that's why, despite most people very pleased with Trump's economy and things that are getting done, I think America remains in grave danger, because there'll be elections one day that the Republicans will lose. They could mess up the economy. There could be corruption. Don't forget voter fraud by Democrats. And the next time Hillary or Cory Booker, one of these guys, gets into power, they're not going to leave it up to bumbling idiots like Peter Strzok or phony dossiers. They will no doubt take care of the next election and not allow a free election. Now, I wrote an article in American Thinker a week ago, last Friday, that went totally viral. It came out on Friday, and Michael Goodwin from the New York Post pretty much copied it on Sunday, and the Drudge report picked it up. Let's show that Drudge headline. Drudge had it for a full day last Sunday that Hillary is running again in 2020. Now, Michael Goodwin didn't give me credit, but that's typical. But the main point is that I wanted to share a view that was able to get out there. And it was picked up by many other news outlets, Fox and many others, and it was really been continuing all week. And I make the case that Hillary is running for president again in 2020. And I'm going to walk you through this and tell you why this is happening. Later on, we're going to bring on Daniel Greenfield from Front Page Magazine. Going to talk about some of his incredible articles, but I'm going to walk you through this scenario. First thing I'm going to point out is you have to really understand Hillary Clinton and how the Clintons never quit, how they think and why they never quit. Her life mantra, which she's repeated and written about for years, is this lesson she says her mother taught her about what defines you in life is not getting knocked down. It's about how you get back up. So let's play this Hillary mom story. She tells it over and over. Let's play the video.
You know, I was pretty shy. I was a kind of reserved little girl. And
really?
I would go outside to play, and literally I would get knocked down and pushed around by all the little kids. I ran back in crying, and my mother met me at the door, and she said, "You go right back out there and stand up for yourself."
So this is the story Hillary tells, and for her, the defeat by Trump was the ultimate calling that she has to fulfill this destiny and show that she can get back up. The Clintons never quit. Doesn't matter the adversity. Whitewater, Ken Starr, impeachment, Chinagate, Benghazi, email server scandal. You could fill up pages. And you also have to ask yourself, how come the Clintons have a rap sheet that would make Al Capone blush and they never go to jail? It's because they never give up. The minute the Clintons quit politics is the minute they risk prosecution. They know the only way to stay out of jail is to frighten the jailers. Remember, Lisa Page wrote Peter Strzok, "Be careful when you interview Hillary, she's going to be president." This is how they all feel. So the idea that she has the potential to be in power frightens anybody who has any crime on the Clintons. Now, of course, other than running for president, she has nothing else to do. She's not taking yoga classes anymore, and Chelsea's wedding is over. So look at her history. She's been running for president since 1992. And since she lost in 2016, only by a few votes in a few states, she really has ramped up the campaign from Ireland to Australia to India. The campaign continues, and the message remains the same. Donald Trump is racist and sexist, and his deporters are absolutely deplorable. Let's play the video of her in India from a few weeks ago. Hillary in India.
Map of the United States. There's all that red in the middle where Trump won. I won the places that represent 2/3 of America's gross domestic product. I won the places that are optimistic, diverse, dynamic, moving forward. And his whole campaign, Make America Great Again, was looking backwards. You know, you didn't like black people getting rights. You don't like women, getting jobs. You don't want to, see that Indian American succeeding more than you are. Whatever your problem is, I'm going to solve it.
So this is what Hillary's up to. She's preaching continually. She won the 2016 election by 3 million votes, except for that damn Constitution thing. And Russia, Russia, Russia. She was robbed of her rightful place in history. And today's indictments against mysterious Russians just feeds into that. So we'll be right back. We're going to talk more about Hillary 2020 and Daniel Greenfield coming up at the bottom of the hour.
So we have even right there.
What's his name?
This is an emergency transmission from FEMA Region 6 in occupied North America.
There is a war. It's happening now. It will decide the fate of humanity. The time to choose sides has come. We are the resistance. We are the InfoWar.
Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. Joel Gilbert from Los Angeles, right from the left coast, continuing to talk about Hillary 2020, my article in American Thinker that went viral all week, picked up by New York Post, Fox News, everybody's talking about it. I'm going to talk now about her path to the nomination. Daniel Greenfield, Front Page Magazine, coming up bottom of the hour. Every candidate has to demonstrate a path to the nomination. How can they get there? Hillary is actually the only candidate on the Democrat side with a plausible path to the nomination. And here's how it goes. In the primaries, Hillary, just with her name recognition and her loyal voters, which she has a lot of them, can get an easy 25% of the vote, while the anti-Hillary vote will be split amongst about 10 other candidates at about 5 or 10% each. Now, this is the same formula that Trump accomplished on the Republican side in 2016. He had a solid base of supporters, and in each primary, he would win it because he had the solid base. Every time someone else dropped out, he'd pick up about half their supporters, and the rest would be split amongst the rest. So this is a realistic path for Hillary. That's number one. Secondly, she's the only candidate with big money raising potential. She's had a mechanism for raising money for 30 years. And don't forget, she has $1 billion stashed away in the Clinton Foundation for just such a rainy day. You didn't really think that all that Russian oligarch money, Uranium One money, went to hungry children in Haiti, did you? The next thing is the media. They're going to celebrate Hillary. They're going to give her $10 billion of free media earned advertising, and they'll say that she doesn't back down. She was robbed by the Russians. She has unfinished business. She's going to break the glass ceiling. Round two between Hillary and Trump. She's doing it for women. And the MSM journalists, they want jobs in a Clinton administration. So look for the media to support this effort as well. Also, the Electoral College heavily favors Democrats. She knows that. And deep state leftists are probably going to help her from inside the government, leaking things about Trump. Don't forget that Tom Arnold has been bragging, the actor has been bragging about having some stupid thing that Trump might have said years ago on a tape somewhere. And leftists are registering voters every day in these swing states. Age is not a factor for Hillary because she's about the same age as Trump. And she knows she has to run. It forces her to run this time because when she's 77 in 2024, she'll definitely be rejected, probably for a younger ethnic candidate, someone like Joe Biden said about Obama, who's articulate and clean, and probably even more radical. So while Hillary knows it will be an uphill battle to face Trump, she sees that she has to position herself and that she has a chance. Don't forget, she has the same opportunity with the DNC. The DNC is broke because they spent $12 million paying off Russians to write fictional short stories for $300,000 per page, the most money ever paid for a fictional 35-page short story. So she can offer the DNC again, we'll fund you if I can call the shots on the debates, the primaries, everything. Her pal Tom Perez, she placed him at the head of the DNC. So everything is set up for Hillary to make this comeback. And you're also going to see that any potentially good Democrat candidates are going to say, wait a minute, Trump is a little too tough to beat. Hillary's going to be tough. She's got the money. I think I'll wait till 2024. So that leaves Hillary with a bunch of publicity hounds and a clear path to the nomination. I'm sure the rest of the Democrats would like to also use that to clear out the old guard, Hillary, Pocahontas, Crazy Bernie, Biden, and be able to start this new radical party based on younger people like the girl in New York. Now, how else could Hillary defeat Trump? Let's play my video called Early Vote. This is the Democrat Party voter fraud formula. Let's take a look at early vote, how they do it.
Do you know if the illegal immigrants vote?
Yes, they do vote.
They do?
Yes.
How's that possible?
Well, it's very easy. You go to these supermarkets and you see these people that are registering people to vote and they can't even speak English. And they sign them up to register to vote. They get mail-in ballots and then they just mail them back off. And there's no way of tracking them.
Here in Illinois, we've got early vote. And in a lot of the states, in Ohio, Florida, Nevada, and Colorado, you do it on your own time, and it's really convenient.
We're recruiting and training Latino organizers. We're holding Latino voter registration drives across America. We will transform this nation.
So that was an excerpt from There's No Place Like Utopia from my film, where you can just see how the Democrats operate. Early vote, vote by mail. Voting online is what they're pushing for. No voter ID. Of course, Obama got elected to state senate originally in Chicago because every cemetery voted. They have all 3.5 million people in America are on the voting registration, even though they're dead. So the potential for voter fraud is the biggest thing that they believe in, including George Soros and his gang operating the voting machines. So there's a lot of ways that Hillary sees a path to victory. So that's why I say get ready for Hillary 2020, because she will try everything to win the White House. Don't forget, in 2016, she did not concede. Even though she lost, she wouldn't concede because they were holding back certain numbers of votes in certain swing states to see if it would bridge the gap. Only when she realized it was too much, she went ahead and conceded. So all Hillary needs is about 300% of the vote in 5 counties in 3 swing states, 300% of the vote. And by the time the Republicans or anybody figures out, wait a minute, how can you get 3 times the number of human beings located in that county? The new Democrat Attorney General, Keith Ellison, will call everybody racist and put us on a hate speech watch list. So I say get ready for Hillary 2020. She believes she's on the right side of history. She believes she represents our values. Don't forget, she, like her radical mentor Saul Alinsky, she believes that the ends justifies the means. And patriots will have to rally once again to save America from a final defeat at the hands of a now openly radical Democrat Socialist Party led by Hillary Clinton. And if she wins, they're not going to fool around, as I said, with text messages and dossiers. They'll see to it that there is never another free election. 2012 was not a free election. Obama used the IRS to suppress the conservatives, break up the Tea Party movement. 2016, DOJ, IRS, try to stop Trump. And if he does get elected, to be able to impeach him, and they're still working at it today. So the radical left are anti-American, anti-Democrat, and Hillary Clinton will likely be their leader. We'll be right back with Daniel Greenfield in the next segment.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Maximize your potential and take your body back with Super Male Vitality. We're breaking the conditioning and fighting back against the globalists' war on male vitality. Our ultimate non-GMO formula is sourced from powerful organic herbs that have been gathered from around the world and then concentrated for maximum potency. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals. InfoWars Life wants to bring you the highest quality products. Our unique combination of ingredients is designed to assist the body in regulating proper balance and creating superior vitality in males. Support your body and mind and take yourself to the next level. boost your vitality, and energize your life. Take control of your body. Grab a bottle of Super Male Vitality today at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com.